Hi, I'm Pattu from freefincal. A new update to the freefincal robo advisor is a coast fire setting, and this is available in the September 2025 edition onwards. This is not an important update, and it is only given to those who specifically ask for it, for existing users of the robo advisory tool who specifically want it. I really don't recommend the coast fire as a setting for retirement planning. But before that, let me explain why. So coast fire simply means, let's say that you have 20 years to retire. So let's say you are a 30-year-old and you want to retire at 50 or 55. So you have about 20 to 25 years more left to retire. In this time, what you decide is that for the next 5 to 10 years, you will aggressively invest for retirement. That is, you will not do a normal investment schedule where you will invest regularly for the next 20 to 25 years right until retirement. Instead of that, you will invest only for the next 5 years or the next 10 years or maybe even 15 years. And after that, the investments that you make will grow, and that will be enough without additional investments. Those existing investments will grow to the retirement corpus that you need after 20-25 years when you are going to retire. That is called coast fire. So the costing point means when you have invested enough and there is no additional investment required, and the existing corpus uh, will grow as per market conditions to the expected target corpus when you retire. So that is called the coasting point, and that you can say that you've started to coast at that point. Now, in my case, I didn't know when I started coasting or when I achieved financial independence because, like I mentioned several times before, I just stopped to look at it and I already became financially independent. But I have not stopped investing. I really think it is not a very good idea to uh, set up a coast fire option or aim for coast fire simply because that one, you will have to invest a lot more. The amount you invest will be significantly higher if you want to do coast fire, and that would mean you will have to sacrifice on your present wants, and you will have to maybe even curtail your needs. So that's not a good idea. There should always be a balance in life, and I don't like that kind of coast fire setting. It's maybe possible in some families where there is a dual income and the expenses are low and only one income is sufficient to handle the expenses, and you've just cleared your home loan, etc., and you want to aggressively invest the other income, and therefore you start coasting after 5-10 years, and after that maybe you can just relax a little bit. I'm not sure that's a good idea. I think you should balance your relaxation and your expenditure for wants with your investment at all times. And you are young today, and if you want to experience something, if you want to travel and all that, do that today. Don't wait later on to do all that. So I don't uh, recommend the coast fire setting, and that is why I'm not sending the update to existing users. But if you want it, because the robo advisor is like a Swiss Army knife, you can do several things with it. And this is a very small change which we added for those people who really want it. So in order to do that, you'll have to first enter your date. Sorry, first enter your age. Excuse me. First enter your age. So if this is zoomed up enough. Yeah, so you have to enter your age of your spouse, etc., and so on. Here in the case is no, you're not married, let's say, and let's say you're a 30-year-old wanting to retire at 60, and you have a current monthly expenses of 1 lakh. There are no existing corpus. I've just kept everything simple, no existing corpus, etc., no sources of income, etc., and therefore this is what the situation is. And in step three of the robo advisor tool, this is not a demo of the robo advisor tool. If you want a demo of the robo advisor tool, there's a separate video of that. I'm just telling you about how coast fire works. So now there's an indication here that says the coast fire setting is off, and when you want to retire at the age of 60, your monthly expenses will be about 5.7 lakhs, and you will need a huge corpus of about 19 crores, 19.6 crores. That depends on the assumptions and inputs. Don't worry too much about it. It depends on you. So let's find out the investment amount required. And once you do that, so if you had to scroll down to rule 42, so that's like you need to invest about 45,000 every month, increasing at the rate of 10% a year. And this is the asset allocation schedule shown automatically computed by the robo tool. Now, if you want to plan for coast fire, so let's say S, and you will invest aggressively. So you have like 30 years. So let's invest aggressively for 15 years. So let's just check back. I forgot. Excuse me. I'm going to go back. So this is, you have 30 years to retirement. So we're going to invest for only 15 years. After 15 years, no additional investment, and the corpus will grow to your retired to the target corpus. Once you do that, we start. We click the macro again to find out. And if you now go up, you should be able to see the new investment schedule. So now you can see that it has now become 1,07,000. Earlier it was like 46,000, something like that. Now it has more than doubled. So this is the price that you have to pay for Coastfire. I do not recommend Coastfire, but it is an idea that many young people have, and I'm just giving it as an option. So I basically by default set the Coastfire to no. And now if you click again after clicking, setting the Coastfire to no, and if you go back, you can see that the investment amount is back to about 45,000. So what was 45,000 becomes more than 1 lakh if you want coast fire after 15 years. And if you want it after 5 years or 10 years, it will be even higher. So this is the setting in the robo advisory tool, and this is called coast fire calculation or a coast fire planning. But I mean, it's there, but I recommend not using it. Take care. Bye bye.